Hello and welcome to this beautiful business series in which I'm going to talk to you about various problems of business, various things that you need to do in business and हम इसमें डिस्कस करेंगे बहुत सारे ऐसे विषय ऐसे टॉपिक्स जो आपके प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. Alright, so let's begin. Welcome once again. My name is Rohit Joshi and I am a business consultant and an entrepreneur for last 10 years. I am also the lead vocalist for my band called RDX. So let's begin. Hello and welcome. आज का टॉपिक होने वाला है business, company, organization. Right, perfect. So today we are going to talk about the very basic point of any business is how to form a company and what are different types of organizations and companies in India that you can register to start your own business. Now before that, let's talk about something, why one would start a business. So primary question हर एक का होता है कि मुझको freedom चाहिए. I need freedom from my job. I need freedom from my boss. I need to do something of my own which I like, which is my skill, and I don't want to work under pressure or under someone. Blah 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 blah, and you have numerous reasons to start your own business. Well, let me tell you something, that starting a business is very easy. I mean, to form a company and start a business is very easy because you have an idea, and to register the company is not that difficult in India. However, when it comes to running a business, you need to master some skills and you need to be an entrepreneur first. You need to understand the business first. You need to be very strong on your idea first. We'll talk in detail slowly, steadily as we get into the next episodes of this business series. So stay tuned for regular updates, and I'll be posting videos frequently. Let's start with the main topic, today's topic, which is forming a company. Many people have asked me, Rohit, what type of company should I form? मेरा आइडिया तो है, मेरे पास बिजनेस तो है, मेरे पास तरीके हैं मेरे प्रोडक्ट को बेचने के, बट मैं किस तरीके की कंपनी फॉर्म करूं? So let me first tell you, there are the following types of organizations or companies that you can form in India. Number one is sole proprietary. Number two is simple partnership firm. Number three is limited liability partnership firm. Number four is private limited company. And number five is public limited company. There is one more addition to this company, which is also called as one-person company. It is treated as a company, but it is run by a single party. I will be telling you in detail about each and every formation of the company. Number one, sole proprietorship. This is a very simplest form of forming a company. It's not a company, it's a small registration, your business registration, which is not different from you. So I will be explaining this difference later as we go in the different categories of the business. But sole proprietary is a very simple format of a company. So आपका बिजनेस अगर बहुत बड़ा नहीं है तो sole proprietary firm is always the perfect fit. And for example, if you are going to invest your own money, अगर आप अपने खुद के पैसे लगाकर चालू कर रहे हैं बिजनेस, तो sole proprietorship is always the best to start. Next, I'm going to talk to you about simple partnership. As the name says, simple partnership means two people coming together and starting their own business. In Hindi, दो व्यक्ति एक साथ मिलकर एक व्यवसाय या धंधा चला रहे हैं, एक कंपनी फॉर्म कर रहे हैं और मिलकर काम करेंगे, उसको हम बोलते हैं सिंपल पार्टनरशिप फर्म. नाउ सिंपल पार्टनरशिप फर्म में होता यह है कि दोनों के शेयर्स होते हैं. कि मेरा मेरा 50% है, मेरे पार्टनर का 50% है, या मेरा 70% है, पार्टनर का 30% है, या वाइस वर्सा, पार्टनर का 70% है, मेरा 30% है। तो ये 30, 70, 50, 50, 60, 40 ये एक म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग के ऊपर होता है और बिजनेस में इन्वेस्टमेंट के ऊपर होता है। नाउ अगर आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट ज़्यादा है तो आपकी पार्टनरशिप ज़्यादा होती है, और आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट कम है तो आपकी पार्टनरशिप परसेंटेज भी कम होता है। सिंपल पार्टनरशिप बहुत ही एक से साधारण किस्म की कंपनी होती है, एज ए सेड, जिसमें दो पार्टनर इन्वॉल्व होते हैं। दोनों पार्टनर्स मिलकर एक पार्टनरशिप डीड बनाते हैं और अपने अपने टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस उसमें मेंशन करते हैं इन व्हाट वेज द बिजनेस इज गोइंग टू बी रन। ठीक है, उसमें पार्टनरशिप क्या होगी, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कितना होगा, प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग कितना होगा, सैलरी कितना होगा, ये एक सिर्फ सिंपल स्टैम्प पेपर पे लिखा जाता है एंड ये कंपनी आप शुरू कर सकते हैं। इस कंपनी में आप इसको हम कंपनी बोल सकते हैं, एंड आप अपना कंपनी का अलग से पैन कार्ड बना सकते हैं। योर कंपनी पैन कार्ड इज ऑलवेज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम योर पैन कार्ड, वेयरएज इन द प्रोप्राइटरी फर्म योर पैन कार्ड एंड योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पैन कार्ड इज वन एंड द सेम। सो आप जब फाइलिंग करोगे आपको अलग से कोई पैन नंबर के ऊपर आईटी फाइल नहीं करना होता है। द टैक्स एंड द स्लैब्स ऑफ द टैक्स आर ऑल्सो डिफरेंट। हियर इन पार्टनरशिप आपके कंपनी के नाम से एक पैन कार्ड निकलेगा एंड आपको कंपनी का एक आईटी भरना है एंड देन खुद का इंडिविजुअल एक आईटी भरना है। Now the third type of the company formation and or the type of company is limited liability partnership. जी हाँ, लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप इज अ रिफाइंड वर्जन ऑफ पार्टनरशिप, सिंपल पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म। इसमें होता यह है कि this is being regulated by the ROC, registrars of company, and होता यह है कि इसमें जो आपका डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होता है या पार्टनरशिप डीड होता है वो बिल्कुल सिंपल पार्टनरशिप जैसी होता है। एमओए होता है एंड एओए होता है, पैन कार्ड अलग होता है। हाउ एवर द लायबिलिटीज आर नॉट ऑन द डायरेक्टर्स ऑफ द कंपनी। यहाँ पे एलएलपी में पार्टनर्स को डायरेक्टर्स का स्टेटस मिलता है। आपको DIN भी निकालना पड़ता है उसमें, डायरेक्टर्स आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर, एंड यू बिकम द डायरेक्टर ऑफ द कंपनी एंड यू कैन इंडिविजुअली इन्वेस्ट इन द LLP partnership firm, and your liabilities are very limited. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर कोई कंपनी में प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे एंड फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज होंगे, सो वो लायबिलिटी स्ट्रेट आपके ऊपर नहीं आती है। द लायबिलिटी इज ऑन द कंपनी। अगेन सेम, इसमें अलग कंपनी का पैन कार्ड होता है एंड डायरेक्टर का पैन कार्ड अलग होता है। सो यू फाइल टैक्सेस फॉर योर कंपनी एंड फाइल टैक्सेस फॉर योर सेल्फ सेपरेटली। नाउ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप पार्टनरशिप एंड LLP इज, सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में आप इंडिविजुअल कंपनी चालू कर सकते हो। फॉर अ पार्टनरशिप, सिंपल पार्टनरशिप, you will need at least 2 people and you can have a separate PAN card for your company but the liabilities are 100% on the partners of the company. You can have more than 2 partners as well. However, the liabilities are shared equally in that type of a company. Whereas in limited liability partnership, if you again you need to have 2 or more people to form this company, and you are given the status of director, you can take funds from some third party outside. Also, आप पे liability directly नहीं रहती. The company is liable first and then the directors, and this type of company is regulated by ROC, that is Registrar of Companies. इसमें अगर आपको नाम भी सिलेक्ट करना है, नाम भी रखना है, तो आपको नेम अप्रूवल की जरूरत पड़ती है। Now the fourth type of company that I'm going to talk about is a private limited company. Private limited company is something where it's a total different entity altogether than the investors and the directors of the company. आपको इसमें एक बोर्ड फॉर्म करना होता है, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स फॉर्म होते हैं, वर्किंग डायरेक्टर्स या CEOs आप अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं, and it's a different entity altogether. Like for example, I am Rohit Joshi, I am the owner of this channel. Similarly, like I'm putting this video on suppose YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So I don't own the channel, right? I don't own these companies, but I own the channel in the company. Similarly, the directors of the company own stakes in the company, and the board of directors get appointed, and they run the company, and the company is a different legal entity altogether, having its own PAN card, having its own rules and regulations to follow. You have to do annual general meetings, you have to file it to the registrar of companies. Again, it has been monitored by ROC, and आपको सारे मीटिंग्स करने पड़ते हैं, वो आपको ROC में सबमिट करने पड़ते हैं, एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग करनी पड़ती है. There are lots and lots of things to be complied when you form a private limited company. Definitely, if the business is not big, then private limited company is not recommended because of its complications and way of operations. If you are going to take a lot of external investments into your organization, then yes, I will always recommend that you form a private limited company, because इसमें होता यह है कि company becomes a third party entity and becomes liable for everything. So if anything goes wrong tomorrow in the organization, the company is the first that is responsible for all the things, and not the directors associated with the company. Eventually, अगर ऐसा देखा जाए तो मैं बोलूँ कि if I am the owner of the company, I form this organization and I become the director, obviously I am liable to it, because मैंने fraud करने के लिए तो कंपनी खोली नहीं है, या मैं कंपनी इसलिए इस वजह से नहीं खोलूँगा कि मुझे पैसे लेने और डुबाने हैं. Eventually, the directors are going to be responsible for it. However, in day-to-day matters, the person, the director, the managing director, and the board is not directly responsible for it. सेकेंडली, इसमें आप शेयर्स बेचकर आप फंड्स इन्फ्यूज कर सकते हैं, एंड नॉट नेसेसरी ओनली बाय टेकिंग लोन्स. Whereas in the other forms, if you want to get money in your company, you will need to take loans from your family, friends, bank, and आप उसमें शेयर्स इशू करके आप दे नहीं सकते. So होता ये है कि द फंड्स दैट हैव कम इन द कंपनीज अकाउंट, आप एक्चुअली उसको एज इन द इन्वेस्टर को, द पर्सन हु इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आप उनको एक सेट ऑफ शेयर्स दे रहे इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो दैट द इन्वेस्टर एंजॉयज द प्रॉफिट्स दैट द कंपनी मेक्स इन फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर. You can also take loans from the investors or banks and then infuse the capital in the company. But again, as I said, it is ये जो लोन आप पैसा बाहर से मार्केट से उठा रहे हो, वो पैसा आप नहीं उठा रहे हो, वो कंपनी के नाम से उठाया जा रहा है. सो वो कंपनी लायबल होती है कि वो पैसा वापस इन्वेस्टर्स के पास पे अप होना चाहिए. And in the worst case scenario, if all the investors and the board members decide if the company is bankrupt, I will not go to that topic, because यहाँ पे हम कंस्ट्रक्टिव बिजनेस के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं एंड डिस्ट्रक्टिव बिजनेस के बारे में नहीं. So the next type of company formation is a public limited company. Now public limited type of company, ये बहुत बड़ी कंपनी होती है which is registered with SEBI, and you can raise public funds. You know, people can buy shares online of your company, and they can invest in your company to do a big business. If you're aware of all the top companies, right from Reliance, Tata, Airtel, Vodafone, all the banks, and so on and so forth, all these companies are public limited companies where you can be the part of the company and be the shareholder of the company, and the company in turn pays you dividend probably every quarter, every 6 months, or probably every year. So if the organizational size is going to be huge, then you should go in for a public limited company. बहुत criterias अलग होते हैं उनके, and you need to have a lot of documentations, and you need to have legal and finance consulting over it, and then you can form this type of a company, which is a bit tedious and difficult type of a company to form. and not everyone opts to form a public limited company because of its complexity. The next type of organization that we are going to talk is a very special one which was introduced quite late, and that is called as a one-person company. One-person company is almost similar to a private limited company. However, there's a difference. The basic and the primary difference is for to form a private limited company, you at least need two directors. And in one-person company, which is also known as the OPC, you can start this company or form this company with only one person. And this one person becomes the director in this company. Just like the private limited company, the OPC is also a different and a separate entity apart from its director. Here you can borrow funds into the company, but you can't have multiple directors in the company. That's the difference. But this is way different from a sole proprietary firm, because a sole proprietary concern does not fall under the ROC, and in the sole proprietary firm you cannot borrow funds from anyone else. You can borrow funds in forms of loans from bank or from friends and family, but not from any investor in form of shares. In one person company, you can issue your shares to the stakeholder or the shareholder, and you can also take loans from bank, you can take loans from friends and family. However, a sole proprietor is you and sole proprietor are one and the same. In one person company, you are different from the company, and the mode of operations is similar to a private limited company. So here we saw 6 different types of organizations we can register in India, and trust me, without registering any organization, if you try to do the business, that is absolutely not possible. However, being or having a company is more important, because you can do some legal transactions, and you can borrow funds, and you can do your business, you can plan your business very well and be successful entrepreneur. So let us summarize very quickly. Number 1 is sole proprietary concern. Company and individual are same, the PAN number is same, you file the tax on the same PAN number. You cannot take investments in form of shares. You can borrow funds from your friends, family, bank, etc., etc. Second is a simple partnership. Here you need at least 2 people to form a simple partnership. You sign a MOU between 2 people, and you start a company and start your work. Number 3 is LLP. LLP stands for Limited Liability Partnership. It is a more sophisticated way of a simple partnership firm. Here, this LLP is governed by ROC, that is Registrar of Companies. You have to do lots of compliances. You need at least 2 people who will be the directors of the company, and the company is different entity than the directors. Then we have private limited company, again more refined and better version of an LLP. Here you need minimum 2 directors, but you can have more than 2 directors as well. There are board of directors, you can have CEOs appointed, you can sell the shares, you can have more investors, and you have got lots and lots of flexibility in terms of borrowing funds and investments, and raising capitals and doing the business. And again, in this, you and the company are different entities. The tax paid are separate. You have to pay your own tax. The company pays its own tax, and it's again governed by the ROC. You have to do a lot of compliances. You have to have your annual general meetings to be filed to the ROC, and बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. Then you have public limited company, which usually people don't form, and these companies are formed only by the large enterprise. जैसे मैंने आपको example दिया, टाटा हो गया, रिलायंस हो गया, एयरटेल हो गया. These are all top industries currently. Then comes the best part, is the OPC, which was introduced very late. Like proprietor, partnership and private limited, ये 3 बहुत सालों से है इंडिया में. फिर बाद में LLP एक कैटेगरी लॉन्च की गई. वैसे ही for ease of business and ease of registrations and process, one person company को launch किया गया. Again, here your company and you are different. Company is a different entity. You file tax for your company. You can take investments in the company in form of shares, bank deposits, loans, or you can borrow money from your family and friends. And the entire liability is on the company and not on the director directly. Here, the one person company, only one person is required to form this company, and that person becomes a director of the company. The mode of operations are very similar to private limited. जैसे मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया कि प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी आप जैसे चलाते हो तो वैसे ही आपको वन पर्सन भी चलाना है, एंड वन पर्सन कंपनी में भी टैक्स लाइबिलिटीज फलाना फलाना आपके जो कंप्लायंसेस होते हैं वो आपको वैसे ही फाइल करने होते हैं. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope you have understood the difference between the different forms and types of the company, and I hope you will select the right one and start your own business. And once you start your own business, remember one thing: these are just the compliances. You need to focus on really more things. एंड बिजनेस जब हम बोलते हैं तो उसमें सेल्स, मार्केटिंग, प्रोजेक्ट्स, ऑपरेशंस, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती है. ह्यूमन रिसोर्स विच प्लेज द की रोल इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ हायरिंग गुड पीपल टू योर कंपनी. सो for all these things, you can't yourself get involved. So I'm going to make series of videos on business and also address the different problems, rather the solution to the problems. You can also log on to my website, which is www.rohitjoshi.in, and check the way you can automate and grow your business by taking it online. That's a very special course that I've designed for all my entrepreneur and business friends who are already running the business. You can just log into this website which I told, www.rohitjoshi.in, and register for this course. And there I have explained you how to take your business online, and it's a very basic course called Jack of all trades. And I want you as an entrepreneur to only focus on your business and be jack of all trades and master of one, that is your business. So thank you very much. I hope you must have enjoyed this video, and I'm going to post the next video soon. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye-bye.